Hey everyone, welcome back to Electric Adventures. My name is Luke. It is Friday night. We are going on a trip in the morning. We're going to go up to Michigan. This is the first trip we've been since we've had Tesla Supercharger access. Although I don't know how advantageous it's actually going to be on this particular trip, and I'll show you why. So yeah, we're going up to Northport, Michigan. It is 360 miles, 370 miles, something like that. And it is cold. So right now it's 30 in the garage, but overnight it's gonna get colder. And it's gonna be snowy. So I don't think it'll be snowing here. We live outside Chicago. I don't think it'll be snowing here, but it will be snowing in like Traverse, Northport area starting around 11 a.m. and going basically all through the afternoon. So hopefully it won't be too bad. But we like snow, that's why we're going up there right now. It should be nice and snowy. We're gonna have fun with it. I need to do our 20,000 mile review video, so I might actually do that in the snow. Why not? The other one was in North Carolina, so maybe it'd be fun to do it in Michigan. So just looking at we'll take a look at this is the route that Volvo is recommending. I'm not actually going to be doing that. You can see we're at 90%. We will be getting up to 100, and I did finally get a high-powered outlet installed. You can see it in the garage right up there. And I'm using Volvo's included mobile EVSE cord. Anyway, this is the route. 3 charging stops. Red E at a Lincoln dealership, which actually does get good reviews, and I think it's 180 kilowatts. ChargePoint Granville, no way, because I can almost guarantee that's going to be 65 or 80 kilowatts, so that's not happening. EVC Holdings. What the hell is that? And it looks like another ChargePoint. Or what is that? EVC Holdings charging station within a Ace Hardware. You know what? I will look into that. It sounds, maybe it's just like a new company or something. I don't know. Weird. I am definitely not taking that route. What we normally like to do, drop my phone into the, get it before it falls. Okay, dropped it in the little crack. Would have never seen it again. What we normally do is go to Hudsonville, Electrify America, which, Electrify America, Hudsonville. That is 170. Let's see, it would have a stop at actually a Tesla Supercharger. Where's this one? Stevensville. I don't know where that one is. Okay, so if we delete this, it would say negative 10% on arrival, which we will get up to 90. Or I'm sorry, 100. So we actually may be able to make it. It is. Why don't it? Needs to show me the distance right there. On my phone, it does. I think it's 178 miles. Yeah, 178 miles. Okay. I am a little nervous that we won't be able to make that because it's so cold and if it's snowy and windy. So there's also, slightly closer than that, a Tesla Supercharger in Holland, Michigan, which is it's a little bit off the main highway. Oh wait, this is the same. Oh no, okay, sorry. It's wanting me to stop twice because it doesn't think I can make it there. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Although that's Stevensville, when I should remember. Okay, so negative 3% on arrival. And it's 166. So that might be where we need to go if we can't quite make the 178. Because normally we can stretch it to 178 when we leave with a full battery, but that's kind of a little too close. I don't think we're going to do that, especially with freezing cold temperatures and the baby and the dogs and the cat in the car. So we'll probably hit this Holland one, 166 miles, which, you know, we'll see what kind of efficiency we're getting. So we're going to leave early in the morning. I've got the car mostly packed. I've got the essentials Thin mints, you know, all the essential road trip gear. We're gonna leave early in the morning. One update, since this intro isn't long enough, like I said, I finally got the 1450 outlet, so let's bump to 100. I'm not going to do this now, but let's just see what time it's going to complete at. Okay, around 1 a.m. You can see the amps there. It's a 40 amp cable. I only get 37-ish out of this normally. So I don't know what to deal with that, but it's totally fine. So there, it's saying 113 to get to 100%. I'm gonna go ahead and bump this back down to 90. Oops, 90. You can also do that in the app. So my plan is when I wake up in the morning, to set it to 100. By the time we leave, we'll be good. Cool. Yeah, so I'll catch you in the morning, and should have a pretty drive once we get past the city and everything and get into some snow. See you on the road. All right, welcome back. We are officially on our way. It is, let's see, 8:50. So we left a little later than we wanted, but there's some freezing rain coming our way, so we're trying to get out of here before that, but we got a couple hours, so we should be okay. We got up to 98%. So I have the Tesla Supercharger in St. Joe's, I think it was, or no, Holland, programmed in. So it's estimating full kit just went up to 4%. 164 miles. We have 190 on the GOM, but you know, that's probably not that accurate because we've been doing a lot of city miles. This is our first road trip in like a month and a half, so we'll see if that number goes up and we can stretch it to Hudsonville, then we'll do that. In which case that would be the Electrify America. So it is 32 degrees. I did precondition the battery, so the battery is nice and warm. So we'll see what kind of efficiency we get. And we may be running into a snowstorm when we get further into northern Michigan, so it could be an interesting trip. So we will catch ya down the road. Alright, quick check-in. We are 62 miles in. Our estimated arrival percentage is at 2, so we're cutting really close. Efficiency is at 467 watt-hour per mile. It was up around 490 because we haven't had any traffic, so we've been able to go pretty quick. We have a bit of a headwind. Once we shift to go north, it should be a side wind, so then hopefully it'll help the efficiency a little bit. But yeah, we're cutting a little close. We've got a couple backup options, but none of them they're all like 60, 80, yeah, I think 60 or 80 kilowatt, so we don't want to stop there. But yeah, this is the plan. We're still gonna try to make it 2% to Holland, Michigan Supercharger. All right, we made it with 3 or 4%. Got a little dicey there. We had to turn the heat off for a little bit and go pretty slow. So, do the adapter. We go ahead and plug in first. Had to pull way back here. So if there was a bollard here, which there used to be, we would have been screwed. So let me activate on the app here. It's pretty cold. It's down in the 20s now. We're in Holland, Michigan Supercharger. Ooh, it is cold. All right, so we're at 1A. Start. Let's hope this, there we go, charging. All right, I'm gonna give this a minute to make sure it ramps up, and then we're gonna get baby inside. All right, quick check-in. We are at 67%, down to 69 kilowatts. Let me check the Tesla app real quick. We've been here for 29 minutes. Wow, it took me that long just to go in and change the baby and walk around a little bit, let her stretch, grab her a banana. 57 kilowatt hours delivered. But we were running the heat pretty strong to keep the animals warm. So I have the screen off right now because otherwise baby will play with it. But I will check how far we have to go. I think our next stop will probably be Cadillac, but I'm not 100% sure, and that'll be Electrify America. But I'll do some calculations and see how far we need to charge. But my wife went inside; she'll probably be in there for a little bit. So yeah, we'll get to at least 80. We'll see how high we get. All right, we're still sitting here at 87%, and my plan is to go to Cadillac. So once you get north of Cadillac, there's not a lot of great options. There's no more Electrify Americas. There is a Tesla in Traverse City, but it must have V2, or maybe it's all V2 because you can't. It's not available for us. There's a couple like ChargePoint and some other slow ones, but I don't want to mess with those. 11% on arrival, so as soon as my wife gets back, we can go. Although at this point, I might run in and change the baby again real quick. So we're at 87%. I went ahead and bumped it back to 100% just so we don't get idle fees. So I'm gonna jump out again with baby and go find my wife, and then we'll be on the road. So yeah, it's only 100. See, even this, wait, I know I keep harping on this, but tell me right here the distance. I think it's 125 miles. So if it started, it'll say it, but it bothers me that it doesn't say it right there. 125 miles. So we're good to go, but yeah, I might go change baby again real quick just because we'll be in the car for another 2 hours. So, all right, we'll catch you when we're getting out of here. Okay, it's past time to go. We are at 93%. So way overcharged, but that's okay because I don't want to mess with turning the heat off again. It was just such bad efficiency in the cold. So I'm gonna stop the charge in the Tesla app. As soon as it unlocks here. Boom. Just like that. All right, back on the road. We got 125 miles, and then we'll have to stop and charge again in Cadillac. Shouldn't be too long of a charge in Cadillac though. All right, bit of an interesting drive there. Started to get pretty snowy. We are here at Electrify America in Cadillac. We got here with like 20 or 18%. Luckily we overcharged because it started to go down driving in all the snow. But I mean, look at this. Michigan at its best. So let me see if I can even remember how to use. We are at number 3. Swipe it. See if I can even remember how to use these things. Oh man, this is like stiff. Okay, this is gonna get awkward for a second here, people. Wow. All right, we don't have that much further to go, but we're gonna overcharge. Just for this snowstorm, I am not messing around with even getting close. All right, paying full price because I don't have the membership right now. Not hearing any noises, come on. There we go. Come on. It says charging. There we go. All right, beautiful, ramping up. All right, so we're gonna be here, 15% we got here. Gonna be here for I'm not sure how long, but we're gonna overcharge so we don't have to worry about running on the side of the road. All right, quick update. I'm eating a snack, baby's eating a snack. My wife's inside. We are at 67%, just a quick look at the stats. So the trip auto, 287 miles for the day, 457 watt per mile. Pretty bad. It's 28 degrees and snowing quite hard. I don't know if that even shows on camera. It's coming down pretty good. So this is fun. I enjoy the snow. Just want to get there safely though. So we have 81 more miles. We actually have more than enough charge. However, we do not have level 2 charging there. There is some level 2 charging in town, but we'll be relying on just the regular garage outlet. So it'll charge very slow, especially in the cold. So because of the weather, I want to have extra charge. Yeah, sitting at 68%. My wife's inside. Let's be honest, by the time she gets back, we'll probably be at 80. Which is fine because it'll give us 30 to 40% by the time I get there. So, yep, just gonna sit here a little longer and then get out and drive very carefully. I'm taking over now. My wife drove the first 2 shifts, but I'm gonna take over for the snow because it's gonna get worse and worse as we get closer to Traverse. And from what I understand, it's been snowing for the last 4 hours or so in Traverse, and it's gonna keep snowing for another 3 or 4 hours in Traverse and Northport. So this is great. This is why we come up here in the winter, because we want to be here for snowstorms. I don't love driving through it, but we'll be okay. Putting the Volvo to the test for sure. Solid trip so far. All right, we're at 81%, just ticked over. Been here for 40 minutes. Wow, time really goes quick when you have 2 people and a baby. I actually didn't even take the dogs out. So I'm gonna unplug here, and then my wife's on her way out. Oh, and we can get the hell out of here because the roads ain't getting any better. So wish us luck for this final leg. unfortunately lost audio for this bit. Not sure how that happened, but basically we made it. There's a lot of snow, especially in that last part, so here I'm just showing you all the snow in the car. Probably talking about how, Volvo performed very well in the snow. Just showing you, the whole back of the car was caked in snow. And this was even after sitting in the garage for a little bit, so it had started to melt. Especially once we were in northern Michigan, there was a lot of snow. And Volvo did really well. So you can see the wheels are full of snow. It's caked all up on the bottom, especially the back. The license plate is completely covered. The hitch carrier, both the cage and the bag were just completely covered in snow. You can see I knocked it all off, and it was just piled in the garage. I had to sweep it out. So, yeah, this was a really good snow test. I'm sure I'm talking about, hey, Volvo makes a good car for the winter. Taking a quick look at the stats. Got through at 39%, you can see. So the total trip was 366 miles, 444 watt-hour per mile, 6 hours, 9 minutes of driving, average speed 60 miles an hour. So not great. 444 is high, even for this car. We just did a spring trip, and we were getting closer to 380. So pretty significant with both the snow increasing the resistance and also the cold. So running the heat and increase the rolling resistance definitely make a big difference. You can see the front got a little bit of snow in it. It's definitely not a super. It's obviously not airtight, but you get a lot of dust and shit up in there. You can see the charge cord. The front just basically fits the charge cord and a few other things. Got my Tesla destination charger adapter. EV Dance is a mid-price one. It's fine. It does a pretty good job. Got a, I believe that's a tire inflator. I forget off the top of my head. Little first aid kit with just some basic stuff, and then a few other little tools in there. A 20 amp extension cord. And then you can see we have both adapters for our mobile EVSE that came with the Volvo. So you get the regular 110 outlet, and you have the 1450, which will give you 40 amps. That's what we use in our garage. When we go up north, we just plug into the wall. Which, you charge really slow, but it's better than nothing. So I'm sure I'm saying, a whole lot of entertaining and wise things here, but I can't read my own lips, and I have no idea what I was talking about. So, blah, 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 blah. This is Luke talking, and he doesn't stop talking. You're really missing out, because I'm sure it was just, really entertaining stuff. So, maybe I will cut this short. Welcome back to Electric Adventures. It is a week later, I guess, than our drive up here. It is actually Saturday night. We were going to leave this morning, but then there's a big snowstorm all day, so we stayed for an extra day. So we're going to leave. We're going to try to leave really early tomorrow morning. We'll see. We're going to wake up around 6. We still have some packing and stuff to do because we can't fully pack until baby's up and stuff. So I'm getting the car ready tonight as much as I can. We are sitting here at 99%. You can see I have the scheduled charge time set to 7. Turn back on at 7. I may readjust that, but if I wake up at 6, and then I can just turn it on. And then I also have the cabin preconditioning timer set to 6:15, which will also heat the battery up. Now we are in the garage. It's an attached garage with an insulated door, so it's actually not too bad in here. It says 37 degrees. I assume that's accurate because outside is colder. It doesn't feel that cold in here though. Anyway, I'm gonna take a quick look at our plan. I've sort of loosely planned it. We'll see. Sorry, let me just type in. I I have it loosely planned. I want to see what the car wants to do, although I'm pretty sure I'm already not going to do this. So 3 charging stops, 10 minute, 32 minute, 30 minute. Can already tell you we're probably not going to do this because 10 minute stop for us is hard. So if we're going to stop, we might as well change the baby. Okay, ChargePoint in Big Rapids. I believe this one's at a gas station. Yes, so we've actually been to that gas station before. 125 kilowatts, so I know we're not going to get that. We're going to get half that, maybe 80. Okay, and then ChargePoint Granville for 32 minutes. See, the problem with Google is it thinks I'm going to get 125. So it says 32 minutes. That's 32 minutes if we're going to get 125. Now, I don't quite understand this because right here, if we zoom out from this one, oh, for God's sake. I don't know, I just touched a button there. Okay. If we zoom out, where we normally stop is Hudsonville. Where is that? Hudsonville. So where we normally stop is Electrify America. Like right around here. Oh, there we go, Electrify America. Why is that grayed out? Huh. Interesting. I wonder if I have my filters set up wrong or something. I don't have any filters set though. I don't have anything checked. I don't know what that button does. Compatible plugs, payment none. Huh. Okay, so why would it route me to 125 kilowatt charge point when there's 350, now with this car 150 is the max, but if there's 150 stations right there, why would you not just, why would it default to the charge point? That's very strange to me. Now I also happen to know, see if I can do this well. What is that one called? Let's just search Electrify America. I know there's one on the north side of Grand Rapids. So there's Cadillac, which we stopped on the way here. Okay, this one. Weird that it doesn't show up. Yeah, okay, this is the one that I want to go to, I believe. Now, we've been to this one before. Oh yeah, Alpine Ave. There's also Tesla here, and there's Rivian. The Tesla would be compatible, is version 3. Depending on the layout, I think if I could pull through the Electrify America, I would do that. Even though Tesla would probably be cheaper right now. So 2% on arrival. It's gonna be really windy and cold tomorrow. 175 miles. That is gonna be tough. Even with 100%, 175 miles is tough. If we can't make it, then we'll have to do one of those charge point stations or stop in Cadillac. But that's a quick decision, or an early decision if we have to bail out in Cadillac. And we could just charge there for like 10 minutes and then maybe just not even get out of the car. But if you see, so we're going down Northport through Sutton's Bay, through Traverse. Down here's Cadillac. So here in Cadillac, there's an Electrify America. Oops. I'm not good at using this touchscreen. So if you look at the overall view, right here is Cadillac. So there we'd have to decide if we're not going to make it or not. Otherwise, Big Rapids, that's actually pretty easy spot to get in and out. It's a gas station right off the highway. We could just plug in there for 10 minutes maybe. Not ideal. if we can make it all the way down here, that's what we're gonna do. And then from there to home, we probably wouldn't quite make it, so we'd either stop in Benton Harbor or Michigan City. There's Electrify America. Once you get towards Chicago, there's more Tesla stations too. So, should be 2 stops. We'll see what the weather has in store for us. Like I said, it is gonna be really windy and really windy and pretty cold. Let's check what what's the temperature tomorrow going to be?
Tomorrow in Northport, expect a high of 22 and a low of 10.
Okay, so 22. What's the temperature tomorrow in Grand Rapids?
In Grand Rapids tomorrow, expect a high of 27 and a low of 12.
Okay, so we're gonna be in the 20s. So it's gonna be cold and it's gonna be windy. Yeah, that 175 miles is gonna be tough. I don't think we're gonna make it there. In which case, I'll figure out a bailout option tomorrow. Anyway, I think that'll do it. That's enough rambling. My butt is nice and toasty because I had a seat heater on level 3. In the Volvo, you got 3 levels of seat heat, 3 levels of steering wheel heat, and then you got passenger heat. So yeah, I'm gonna finish getting ready here and then do what I can, pack a little bit more, and then I'm gonna get in bed so I can get some sleep. Yeah, all right, well that'll do it. We'll catch you bright and early on the road, and the plan will be to get to this Grand Rapids Electrify America / Tesla. It's at a Meyer, 175 miles. Can we do it? Probably not. In which case, we'll find a bailout option. But we will catch you on the road tomorrow. right, well that was a little dicey getting out of the neighborhood there. You can see they hadn't plowed, so here's where we're at. Grabbing the Tesla charger, destination charger while we wait for food. This is new Bohemian Cafe here. It's awesome in Northport on our way out of town. The guy yesterday, I assume he owns a bowling alley, so they're gonna convert these to pay chargers in the summer. It's kind of lame. Maybe I should have said, you know, maybe default them to free in the winter. There's nobody up here. I'm the only one using it. Anyway, I'm gonna go pick up my food and then we're gonna go. My aunt said Grand Rapids got 3 inches of snow overnight too, so yeah, it's gonna be an interesting drive home, but we'll be safe and we'll make it. So we'll see you on the road. slight update to the plan. I don't think we were gonna make it. The percentage kept going down for the Electrify America, so put in the ChargePoint at Big Rapids. We're just gonna do a real quick top off there to get us to either Hudsonville or maybe that Tesla one we stopped on the way here, Stevenson or whatever it was, Stevensville, or the Grand Rapids Electrify America. So at 48%, efficiency is actually not terrible. We've been going pretty slow because of this weather. The alarm just went off for the radar sensor blocked by all the muck, so I'll try to clean that off when we stop. But yeah, that's the new plan, stopping in 30 miles for just a quick top off. All right, made it to this ChargePoint, plugged in, no issues. ChargePoint's always easy. We're getting 62. And the bolt plugged in right at the same time, so bolt EUV we had no chance of getting 80, but doesn't matter. We're ready to go. Basically, baby's eating a quick snack, and then we're gonna go. So we're already up to 40%. We got here with 30. Yeah, we were just dropping too fast to risk because it's cold and snowy, and I'm not messing around with that. And then it's a nice little gas station. They got nice clean bathrooms and Jimmy John's in there, which is cool. But yeah, otherwise it's just a gas station. So we'll be here for another couple minutes. See the mess on the back of the car here. It was pretty sketchy for parts of that road. We're past the worst of it now, I think, but man, for a few minutes there it was scary. There was one part we hit a patch of black ice, and the Escalade in front of me hit it, and I saw them swerve, so I knew it was coming, and then I hit it, and you know, it was scary. Car handled it well though, and obviously we made it. So we'll be here another few minutes, and then we'll head on. I think we're still going to stop at that same charger because it has Tesla and Electrify America. So if we try to go to Hudsonville, it only has Electrify America, and there's only 4 of them. So I don't know if we can make it any further than that, but we'll see. If we can make it further than that by the time we get done charging, then we'll do that. Maybe we can hit that Tesla stop that's past Hudsonville. We'll see what we'll get to by the time baby's done eating her snack. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and unplug. At 47, we can't quite make it anywhere. I'm just gonna stop on the thing. We can't quite make it anywhere other than we're just gonna go to Grand Rapids. Okay, stopped. Yeah, we'll just go to Grand Rapids. That'll be fine. So we got like 50 miles. We got 47%, so should be no problem. Okay, $6.68. Cool. All right, catch you on the road. Alright, made it to Electrify America. I actually went to Hudsonville because I checked and all the chargers were available. So I'm swiping, and this was a little further. God, I hope this stretches. This is a little further, so we got here 7%. The other one we were gonna make it with 16%, and that just didn't make a whole lot of sense. And these cables are stiff and cold. Jesus. That is a nice thing about those Tesla cables. Right, connecting. So much schmutz all over the back of this. Connecting to vehicle. There's a guy sitting in a Acura ZDX back there. Okay, cool. And I'm not signing up for the Pass Plus right now because I wasn't planning on stopping at Electrify America. I was planning on stopping at Tesla. But the spacing in Michigan is weird, so this just worked out better. Some marshmallow. Alright, this is taking its sweet time to ramp up here. There we go. 7% should see max speed. So we'll be here for a little while. We got like 180 miles till home. So we're gonna have to stop again, probably Michigan City. So yeah, we'll sit here for a bit. This is a nice Meyer, and this is actually close to in the parking lot. And then we got Acura ZDX, which I believe is on the Lyric Ultium platform. Okay, I'm gonna sit in the car with baby and figure out where we're gonna go next. All right, just a real quick look. We've been plugged in for like a minute, up to 152. Somehow already up to 14%. Seems weird. I think the BMS is messed up. I think when we get home, I might charge the car to 100. Cause yeah, that seems wrong. Oh no, baby might have just stopped. Oh no, she's pushing buttons. She just tried to push that unlock. Yeah, we're gonna close the screen. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna sit here. That it is suspicious that it went up that quick. That's weird. So I don't know. Don't trust the BMS. I'm gonna charge it 100% when we get home. But yeah, so I'll sit here for a minute. I do like the ZDX, not bad. I don't know anything about the car, but it looks pretty nice. I mean, it looks like a Lyric. I think I like the Lyric better, now that I'm saying it. But all right, we'll catch up with you in a bit. All right, got a guy in an Ioniq here, just pulled in. I still like the Ioniq, although their software sucks. If they had Android Automotive, I would be more inclined. Okay, back up to 155. Apparently, if you pull the lever to put it into gear, it stops the charging. So maybe you can see a dirty little fingerprint on there, or a tiny little hand pulling the lever, and it canceled the charge. So I had to pop out and reinitialize. So that was fun. It's 29%, 151. I'm gonna run in. We'll leave the climate running for the doggy. You can see, if you can see Marshmallow. And Rupert's in there. Yeah. So I'm gonna pop in with baby and let her stretch and walk around Meyer, and because we'll be sitting here for a little while anyway. So catch up with you in a bit. It's extremely annoying. I was in Meyer and just checking on the status, and it had stopped charging again. Maybe I was too quick to blame Coraline on the other one. Okay, 135, 46%. Oh, dropping 122. That seems about normal. I don't know what happened. That's super annoying. 102, 105. I don't want to move stations because it's hard to tell how far back I can go without my wife here to back me in. Okay, dropping to 90, under 100. What the hell? $98, $99. I'm gonna give it a minute, and I might need to move stations. I'm gonna check plug share real quick, actually. So I prefer not to have to move. This is annoying on already long trip. So, all right, I'm gonna check plug share and make sure nobody's mentioned that this charger's messed up. If it, I don't remember if we should be above. Feels like we should be above 90 at 48%, but maybe not. I don't have the curve memorized, even though I've charged this a million times. So, all right, let's check plug share. I don't know if you can read that. I went and checked that. The Ioniq 5 next to me, and it must have a cold battery because he's charging at like 50 kilowatts at 20-something%. Okay, nobody's mentioning. Nobody's mentioning anything. All right, so I'm gonna run back inside. We're at 85 kilowatts, 84. That might just be dropping naturally, but that does seem low. So anyway, I'm gonna go back inside, and I'll just monitor this on my phone. If it happens again, then I'm for sure gonna move and just sit in the car, I guess. So, all right, we'll let you know if anything else happens. Okay, well, that was super annoying. It stopped a third time I was in there, so we're about to end. We're at 68%. So yeah, I don't know why it stopped a third time. So 3 separate sessions. Took longer than it needed to because I was inside every time, so I had to keep coming back out. It was like every 20% or so. So I don't even know how much it costs because, anyway, we're gonna head home. The car wants us to stop at Benton Harbor Tesla Supercharger, which may just be what we do. We can probably make it a little further though, so we might try to make it further, but we'll figure it out. So for now, let's go to Benton Harbor, 68 miles. Get there 31%. That's a little high, so I might. There's one further. There's actually several of them, so we might do one closer to home. We'll see. Very windy and cold. I'm gonna try to just stay here. Shoot it. Yeah, I'm gonna plug in then activate. Whew. It was very windy and very cold, and we had a screaming baby for like an hour. I think her teeth are hurting her, and then some asshole down at the end took the pull-in spot. Charge here, 2D, start. Oh, I hope this works right away because it's fucking freezing. Cool, green. Alright. Okay, my baby's in my spot. Okay, I'm gonna figure out what to do, and then we'll catch up with you. Alright, we are down to 123 kilowatts at 40%. Estimated arrival if we left right now would be -1. So we're gonna give ourselves a nice buffer, because I'm not messing with, again, running out in this cold. It was a little close on the last one. Oh my God, she's doing it again. Okay, that didn't stop it. So maybe that last charge, yeah, well, yes, the last charger probably was messed up because it disconnected 4 times. Cybertruck over there in a hunter green wrap. The hunter green, actually, hate to say it, but looks pretty good. Overall, I do not like the Cybertruck. I think it's really stupid looking. No, you know, whatever floats your boat. I don't care what kind of cars people drive, but I don't personally like it. And he parked in the pull-in spot, which is also annoying. She's not telling me anything. I would have taken that one just because we've got the hitch carrier. It's hard to get in there without it, without the pull-in spot, especially if they have bollards. This one doesn't have bollards. The spot we happened to pick, I didn't realize is the only one with a sign, but it's back far enough where I could back up close enough. So yeah, we're gonna give it at least a 10% buffer, although I suspect will be longer because my wife's inside Meyer and I'm gonna run in there and change the baby. So by the time we're done, we'll probably be closer to 60% and then we'll get out of here. So we'll catch up with you when we're leaving. All right, past time to go. It is freezing. Stopping on this. We're at 75 or something. I'm gonna turn this camera off and get in because it's too cold for this. Alright, we officially made it home. It was a little bit of a long trip. So let's just look at the stats. 6 hours, 9 minutes of driving, 3 charging stops. So probably an extra 2 hours. What time did we leave? It's 5 o'clock. We gained an hour. And we left at 8:30 or something like that. So I don't know, it felt like a long time. Anyway, trip stats: 367.6 miles, 453 watt per mile. The consumption was bad because it's cold, A. B, there was a ton of snow in that first half. And then C, once it did open up, my wife was driving and she was going pretty fast. So, and it's still cold. There was a big accident. There was a car like completely burned out. Hopefully everybody was okay, but 3 lanes were closed. Luckily we kind of were in the right lane at the right time and didn't get slowed down too bad. But yeah, we made it. Long trip. It's fun to come back to snow. It's not quite as pretty as it was up in Michigan, but we do love a good snow. So I gotta unload the car. I gotta shovel our driveway or our sidewalks real quick before it gets dark, and then we're gonna eat some food. So thanks for joining on another adventure. You can tell I'm tired. It's been a long day. Thanks for joining on another L&L Electric adventure. It was pretty fun driving this car through a snowstorm. A little scary at times, but the car handled it really well. So props to Volvo. And we'll see you in the next one. Beep beep. Have a good time.